Hello, everybody, and welcome. Since the end of November, we seem to have gradually turned our season around. We've only lost twice in the Bundesliga since then. The question is, can we continue that good form into the last 10 games of the season? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 11 of the Rothosen Redemption, an FM 26 series where we are trying to rebuild Hamburg into one of the leading forces, not only in the Bundesliga, but in Europe all over again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, we have two games as usual for you. It's match days 26 and 27 in the Bundesliga as we get into the last sort of echelons of the season. FC Koln at home, Borussia Dortmund away, which everybody seems to be losing to at the moment. So it is going to be a difficult match. Last time out, we beat Mainz by 3-2 away from home, and then got a revenge win against RB Leipzig 4-2, but still shipping goals, which is a little bit of a worry. Did mention the preamble that we've done quite well. End of November, November was a bit of a rum deal, really. We lost, drew, we lost. That was the last time we played Koln and Borussia Dortmund. 2-0 loss to Koln, a 1-1 draw to Borussia Dortmund, and then we went on to lose 2-1 to Augsburg, a 1-1 draw against Stuttgart. It was, not pretty. But then we seemed to turn the corner after the third round of the Cup, and we've gone on a bit of a run, losing to Hoffenheim, who are up in the top 2-3. And losing to FC Bayern, who are obviously running away with the Bundesliga at the moment. Apart from that, we've not been too bad. We've been picking up results. Our worst result really is a 4-4 draw against Borussia Mönchengladbach and a 1-1 draw against Union Berlin, who are on the bottom of the Bundesliga. That's probably the worst result. But we have sort of consistently had reasonably good form, and as you'll see, we continued that between episodes as we played Wolfsburg at the Volkswagen Arena in Wolfsburg. 2-0 win on this one. Königsdorfer after 41 minutes and Vieira on 45. Went in at half time. 2 goals up, and we did very, very well. And then just sort of really shut the doors on the second half. 54% of the possession, 15 shots, 8 on target. 1.44 on the XG against their 7 shots, 5 on target, 0.86, which leaves us to today's matches. Repeat against Koln, as we said, we did lose 2-0 to them earlier in the season in the Bundesliga, but we did beat them at the Volkspark Stadion when we played them in the DFB Pokal, beat them 3-1 on that occasion. Huber's own goal, Vieira and Felipe the scorers, Bolter the consolation goal for Koln. Similar result today would be very nice. Borussia Dortmund, a 1-1 draw early in the season. Felipe and immediate reply from a Bayer, or was it the other way around? I can't remember who scored first, but both scored in 14 minutes. So it was literally from the restart, whichever way around it was. Let's have a look at the Bundesliga. We did play the last game of the last round of games, the 25th round of games. And as it stands at the moment, Bayern are top on 56. Hoffenheim are second on 49, 7 points adrift. Borussia Dortmund 3 points behind Hoffenheim, and they've been going well, as you'll see. They've drawn 3, won 2 of their last 5, so they've not lost in 5. Neither will we, come to that. We've won 4, drawn 1 of our last 5 in the Bundesliga, and we are 4th on 44. Augsburg are 5th on 43. Bayer Leverkusen are 6th on 42, the last team in the European places. And then there's a 2-point gap down to Stuttgart, who are outside. So we're 4 points clear of the outside of the European place. We want to open that gap up a little bit more. But we could slip down the table because it's all very tight here at the top of the table. I mean, between third and 6th is only 4 points, so anybody can move around anybody dependent on the results. Down the other end of the table, Wolfsburg in the relegation playoff place, Mainz are in 17th place, and Union Berlin are 18th. Koln, our first opponents of the episode, in 13th place. Right, brought you up to date then. Let's get on with the episode. Our first game is at the Volkspark Stadion as we face FC Koln. Well, here is the side that faces Koln in this Bundesliga match day 26. Can tell you the last minute illness to Dompe means that he misses out today. So we've had to have a little bit of a switch around of the team. Tanvik in goal then. It's Lite and Vuskovic as our defensive duo. Mayhem and Berger are the wing-backs, with Efdili and Remberg sat as the defensive midfielders between them. Remberg keeping Sambi Lokonga out of the side as it currently stands at the moment. The illness to Dompe at the last minute means Felipe switches to the left wing with Jatta, who played a couple of games back and played very well. He's on the right side. Vieira continues as the number 10 behind Königsdorfer, who seems to be on a little bit of good form at the moment. Let's hope that continues today as the out-and-out attacker. And then the bench looks like this is Dickies, Goshevili, Lawrence, Katabach, Sambi Lokonga, Rosing Lilysalt, Groenbeck, Stange and Arana. And here we are back at the Volkspark Stadion playing our 4-2-3-1 in effect. They're playing a 3-4-3 today. They are currently 13th on 25 points, making 2 changes from the side that lost to Borussia Dortmund 3-1 at home in their last match. And they play in all black tonight. And our first highlight comes nearly a half hour in. And it's Koln playing out from defence, puts it into space, but Vuskovic is there to cut it out. Efdili to Vieira. Vieira comes marauding forward now, chips one over the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper was wise to it. And the highlight will continue. Schwabe in the Koln goal. Entering the last 5 minutes of this first half, and we have been banging on their door. We've not found a way through yet. 1 minute added on, and it is half time. And well, they had the early skirmishes, and then we got going, and we went to very attacking, and bang, bang, bang. But 9 shots, 7 on target, 0.48. We've not been potent enough in this first half. They've had just one shot on target, 0.13. They could be dangerous, but we are struggling against that flat back 3 again. But this formation so far seems to have come up dividends. We just have to be patient and look for a way through. And Königsdorfer getting us underway for this second half. Out to Mayhem. Felipe. Vuskovic in defence to Berger. Berger finds Jatta. Jatta wriggles around, puts it back in for Berger, who's gone on a nice run. Crossed into the area. Nobody there, though. And Königsdorfer wins that ball back. Jatta. Efdili. Mayhem. Cross it in. And the shot goes in. It's a good save by Schwabe. Kept in. And it's still alive. Berger. Jatta crosses this ball in. The question whether it went over the line or not. And we'll see it again now. It hadn't completely crossed the line. Hence, no goal given. Vuskovic once again. Berger to Jatta. Jatta wriggles round his man, gets into space, into the area. He's been brought down. Nothing given, though. And Vieira also brought down. Again, nothing given. Lite. Efdili. Remberg. Berger will circulate again. Jatta into the area. Königsdorfer is there waiting for it. And on 55 minutes, we may have the lead. The referee's moved into whatever space. Surely that's a goal, referee. It is a goal. And we take the lead on 55. However, we do have a highlight from the restart. And as we well know, we like to concede goals immediately after we've scored them. But Jatta coming back and doing defensive duties. That one out wide, looking for Königsdorfer. Didn't find him. Remberg, Efferdilly, Vieira, Moyhem, Felipe. Felipe crossed it in, and Königsdorfer says, thank you very much. I'll have my second, and scores twice in roughly 2 minutes. Fine and dandy. Lovely play. Having scored one, we are up the other end. Königsdorfer puts himself in the right space and just sweeps it into the back of the net. And he's, as I said, in rich form since we put him back in the attacking role. As we enter added time at the end of this second half. 4 minutes added on, and it's another 2-0 result. We've done it again. Königsdorfer, the scorer, once from the left, once from the right, 54 and 56 minutes. And he's had an absolutely stupendous game in the leading the attack up front. And as you see, we pretty much well dominated that second half. 39% of the possession, 19 shots, 13 of which were on target. They had 8 shots, 3 on target, 2.46 against their 0.58. It's 3 more points on the board. And so you come back for the results. 2-0 win over Koln. And, it was a good win. Rands forward King Königsdorfer scoring both goals for us in that match. We have got the Saturday's results as well. Borussia Dortmund continuing their winning run as it stands at the minute. They 4-0 winners over Augsburg. We have a tough match coming up, I think. That is going to be tough. So third playing sixth in this case. FC Bayern only managing a 0-0 draw with fifth place Bayer Leverkusen, and Hoffenheim making advantage of that by beating Wolfsburg by a 1-0. Means the table looks like this, with just the Sunday game to play. Werder Bremen and Mainz going to play that. Oh, in fact, it looks like a couple. We'll come to that in just a moment. But Bayern Munich are top on 57. 5 point difference now between them and Hoffenheim, who are on 52. 3 point gap down to Borussia Dortmund in third place on 49 points. We are fourth on 47, which means the game against Borussia Dortmund is a 6-pointer. They either open a bigger gap up over us, or we can jump over them literally by winning that game. Bayer Leverkusen are 4 points adrift of us now in fifth place, also on the same amount of points. Augsburg on 43, but it does mean that there is now a 7-point gap between us and outside of the European places, which also is rather good, because that also means we are cementing ourselves in the European place finish for the end of the season. And 8 games to play as it stands, and that's how it's looking. RB Leipzig, have they lost again? If they have, that's 3 games in a row, and they're on a wretched bit of form. Let's go back to the day's results. No, I think they must be playing on Sunday. RB Leipzig are playing on Sunday against Stuttgart, 7th playing 8th, Freiburg in 9th playing bottom side Union Berlin, and Werder Bremen and Mainz are playing. So there's 3 games to play on Sunday. We'll round up on those as we come back. We have 7 days down to the game against Borussia Dortmund, which is going to be a real old toughie. Well, you come back and join me on match day. No real news, other than to say that we're right up against it in this game against Borussia Dortmund. We are definitely the underdogs in this one, but underdogs can win games, you know. So that's what we are setting out to do. Bayern are playing. I say bottom club. They're not bottom club now because where are we? Union Berlin beat Freiburg in the Sunday matches. Werder Bremen Mainz 0. Mainz now dropped to the bottom of the table. Stuttgart beat RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig on a 4-game losing streak as it stands at the moment. Stuttgart closed the gap on us, but they're still 4 points. So it's 3 teams on 43 points now, 4 points adrift from us. And then you saw the Friday game. Koln drawing 1-1 with Borussia Mönchengladbach, 13 playing 14th. And point apiece there, but they could find themselves in a little difficulty if Heidenheim win. Heidenheim, who've pulled themselves out of it, and Wolfsburg today. Heidenheim are playing Bayer Leverkusen today. Wolfsburg are at home to Werder Bremen. I would expect to try and get some points there. We're playing in the late game, so these early games are going to be played first, and obviously we'll bring you the results of those post-match. Go back and have a look at we've only played Borussia Dortmund, I should say, only the once, and as we said earlier, it was on that occasion a 1-1 draw. Both scored on 14 minutes, which was rather interesting. Can we get a result against them today, against the odds? Match day 27 in the Bundesliga, and it's going to be a toughie against Borussia Dortmund. I want to say Mönchengladbach. It runs off the tongue, I guess. Borussia Dortmund, the team looks like this. Tanvig continues in goal. It's Lite and Vuskovic as that defensive duo. Mayhem and Berger are the wing-backs with Renberg and Sambi Lokonga. El Fadili didn't play particularly well last time, so Sambi Lokonga comes in place of him. Jatta moves to the left. Felipe back on his natural right side. Vieira sits behind Königsdorfer, who's in rich vein of form up front. Let's see. Hope he can continue today. The bench then looks like this: is Dikes, Goshvili, Lawrence, Katabach, Efadili, Rossing, Lillisilt, Groenbeck, Stange, and Gleitzel. And here we are at Dortmund for this very tough match. It's a 4-3-3 formation for them against our usual formation. They made 5 changes from the side that beat Augsburg by 4-0. They're currently in third on 49 points. We're fourth on 47. They're playing in yellow tops, yellow shorts with black sleeves. Today, we're playing in our home kit. We haven't changed kit for a while. And Königsdorfer getting the game underway. Back inside to Vieira. Vieira fires it out looking for Mayhem, but goes into touch. Camera chasing the ball in. It's a free kick. Kuto with the free kick swung in, and it looks like somebody was pushed. And it's going to be a difficult enough match as it is. It's going to be a penalty. I haven't seen any of these ruled out as yet. To be fair, it's going to be a difficult match as it is without giving them a gift, if you like. Tanvig, can he make another save? Didn't make one again penalties before, but he's gone the wrong way this time, and can gives Borussia Dortmund the lead on 13 minutes from the spot. As I said, we don't really want to be giving them gifts like that. We have a corner. And we've not been in this game since we've given them the advantage. Vieira, Felipe! All's come back off the woodwork and they've cleared it. Got away with it. Hit that too hard. We're going to see the throw-in. Mohem with the throw-in to Vieira. Back to Mohem. Mohem crosses in. Looking for Königsdorfer. Berger heads it out wide to Felipe, who's brought down by Edemay. And we get a free kick, but obviously no good. Entering the last 5 minutes of this first half. 2 minutes added on. And Königsdorfer brought down and now by Can. And we've... Mohem crossed in. Oh, it's woodwork again. Vieira through the crowd. It's gone for a corner. We are going to see the corner. Mohem with an outswinger. It swung away, headed clear. Felipe. But the defender was there. Sambi Lakonga is the last line of defence. As we come into the second minute of 2 added on. Mohem to Jatta. Jatta is pickpocketed and it goes into touch. Mohem. The highlight continues. Mohem back to Renberg. Lakonga. And half-time has arrived as he tries to get that ball out to Berger. We've had 50% of the possession. They've not really tested us properly. We've had 8 shots, 3 on target. They've had 6 shots, 3 on target. Their XG's better than ours, but we've not been out of the game, and the big problem is it's all born out of the fact that we've given them a gift. Otherwise, I think we would have been well and truly in this game. And Borussia Dortmund gets underway for the second half. No changes at half-time that I'm aware of. It's gone for a corner to Dortmund. Schlotterbeck. It's going to be an outswinger. Swung in and they've scored a second. Job Bellingham gives them a 2-goal lead, and I think that's probably it. If we'd scored first, got back level, then it might have been a different game, but I think this could just be the nail on the lid. And Bellingham, the scorer at the near post. And we could be going to a loss. A free kick and a yellow card. I didn't see who the yellow card was for. Schlotterbeck. And they've got a third. And now they're running away with it. Eggestein, the scorer. And that man, Schlotterbeck, again, the provider. Knew exactly where to put it. Over Tanvig's head and in the back of the net. And Eggestein scores. And it's all gone very wrong since half-time. Schlotterbeck, the man that's caused us all sorts of trouble. And we are still very attacking. Maybe we should drop this back to attacking. It's they've got us on the basis that we've been sort of going gung-ho at them to try and get back in it. Tanvig launches a long one as we enter the last 5 minutes of this second half. And it's set pieces that have undone us. A penalty in the first half, a corner and a free kick. The two things. They've not scored from open play. Not yet anyway. That one flashed wide. Somebody's been receiving attention. There was a physio running wide. Goshvili has come on for Berger. He's brought down and a free kick to us. Mohem swings this in. It's defended well though, and that's what they are good at and caused us problems. Strange and Lakonga pulls a save out the goalkeeper. It's gone for a corner. I'm not going to see the corner, so nothing happened from it, and it's all over. It's going to be a 3-0 loss, and the first loss for a little while, but we'd always thought this was going to be a toughie, almost a step too far as we were concerned. They played well, we played poorly. None of our side has done well today, and that one we will have to write off and then try to get back to winning ways. for the rest of the season. Borussia Dortmund moving up into second place by virtue of that. They had 58% of the possession, 13 shots, 7 on target. We had 17 shots, 9 on target. We were just not in the game as far as putting the goal away, albeit Coble did actually make some saves by the looks of it. 1.08 against 1.82. As I said, I don't think we were out and out. Had it not been for the penalty, I think it may have been a different game. And obviously, if we didn't concede from set pieces, I think it could well have been a 0-0. And you come back and join me for the day's results. FC Bayern beating Union Berlin by 2-0. Puts Union Berlin, though they moved off the bottom, into a little bit of jeopardy once again because Mainz still have to play. Heidenheim losing 4-3 to Bayer Leverkusen. RB Leipzig winning for the first time in 5 matches against Hoffenheim, who are in third, or were in second place, now in third place by virtue of the day's results. Wolfsburg beating Werder Bremen by a 0-0 to help themselves out at the bottom there, opening up a 4-point gap as it currently stands at the bottom of the table. Borussia Dortmund, of course, beating us by 3-0. There are 3 games to play on Sunday. Mainz playing Eintracht Frankfurt, Augsburg playing Stuttgart, that's a 6th place, 7th, and St. Pauli playing Freiburg. So those games still to come. The table at the end of the episode looks like this then. FC Bayern are 8 points clear of Borussia Dortmund, who move up into second place on goal difference. Hoffenheim have dropped to third by virtue of that loss and on goal difference. We are 4th on 47, 1 point clear now of Bayer Leverkusen, who are on 46, and then Stuttgart and Augsburg are, if they've got to play one another, best result there really could be a draw. 43 points, the most. If either one of them wins, they will have 46. They'll be a point behind us, and they have a sort of slightly Stuttgart have a slightly better goal difference than us, and I think we're playing them in the next episode. So in fact, I think we're playing both of those in the next episode, so that's going to make for an interesting episode. RB Leipzig, they've got a 4-point gap now over Freiburg, having won their last game, having stopped the rot for now anyway. Down the other end, Mainz, as I say, could overtake a Union Berlin, put them back on the bottom if they win their Sunday game. Wolfsburg on the trapdoor at the moment, 4 points clear of Union Berlin, but if Mainz win, they will then only be 2 points clear of that drop zone, so they need to be making sure they pick up a result. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of the Rothosen Redemption as they are released. The new episodes of the Rothosen Redemption released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. See you for the next episode. It'll be episode 12. It's out on Friday. Until then, have yourselves a great week. Goodbye.